Staff recommends approval of this ordinance.
Any questions?
Is the Farragut Business Alliance happy with this?
Yeah, Allison was happy with it. She told me she'd get in touch with me if she had problems or if she heard from folks. And the last I had heard from her on Tuesday, she emailed me and she said that she had not, everything was good to go. So I'm hoping that if that weren't the case, I would have heard otherwise.
I know they've been advocating for this, and hopefully this meets their objectives.
She thought it did when we went over it, and the biggest thing is because defining what a community event is and clarifying that. It doesn't matter whether the community event is on public property or private property, it falls under this and they get a bigger sign.
Notice it says the private use of public property. So are these special events considered a private use?
There can be, for example, the West End Center area, they are looking at, all those businesses are looking at getting together and hosting an Easter egg hunt and do some kind of special event the Saturday before Easter. And at the time, they haven't decided yet, but you have West End going between the two of them, and you got the two sides. They may be coming before you and asking about closing the road, or just as part of the event, they're going to be having crossing guards and things like that that's going to modify traffic. So there's an example of where it's private, but they're going to be using public property. And I hope they can get it off the ground and get it going for Easter.
Thank you for that clarification.
That's actually an example of where they would get both permits, because one is for the private property and then one is for the use of the public property.
That definition makes a lot of sense. It doesn't look like there's any grounds for misinterpretation, and I still like the celebratory gatherings. It's got a classy sound to it. It does, yeah.
Motion that we approve ordinance 1204 as written.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, all three of these will be coming back at the next meeting.
Yes, they will for second reading, and I will defer to David and Gary to handle it because Mark won't be here to back me. That normally he's my backup.
Time for the town administrator's report.
Yes, Mayor, I've got a couple things tonight. The first one, I'm going to allow Ms. Hawk to present to the board of a great gift that the town is receiving.
You probably all are familiar with this clock on Parkside Drive. This is in front of where Gigi's Cupcakes is, the Gaddy's Center. The owners of this, Tom Schaffler Sr., Tom Schaffler Jr., and Tim Hill, are dedicating this to the town of Farragut. Basically, they are putting no conditions on the dedication to the town. Other than that, the Public Works crews take it down. So the Public Works crew will be taking it down, and then we will be putting it back up probably in conjunction with the outdoor classroom at the lot at the entrance to the high school. And we will wait to put it up until that work gets commenced so that we don't pick it up, take it back down. If you have not gone and looked at, you drive by Parkside Drive, you don't really get a feel for how big this clock is until you're standing underneath it and trying to take pictures of it. It's actually a very big clock, and you can kind of see on the face it does say Farragut. It's very attractive, and we're just really lucky that they have offered to give this to the town of Farragut.
Yeah, why are they taking it down?
Well, this is one of those little things where some businesses want some ground-mounted signage, and by removing the clock, they can get some additional signage. I think what they found once it was installed is what we found several years ago when we talked about putting a clock almost identical to this at the Campbell Station Park. When there's a lot of activity, it gets lost in the shuffle, and you don't really see it, and it doesn't capitalize on. It's not capitalized on for what it is. And I think they found that it wasn't as effective as they would have liked it to be, and so I think they've just opted to do this. And Tim Hill contacted us and asked if we'd be interested, and said, yeah, we would be. So we're pretty excited about this, and just wanted to share this with you all because I think this is really pretty cool.
Well, I agree.
Great gift. I just, in terms of location, the point you just made, I've driven like everybody a million times. I never knew it had Farragut on it. But I appreciate the fact about putting it somewhere where people can walk by, and maybe that might be a proviso to think about, a good location where people could actually see it, because that is a really attractive clock face. But driving by, you're never going to notice
You
that.
just don't see it when you drive by. It's just too much activity in that area, and plus with the speed of the traffic. And when I had talked with David about it, we had talked about, well, we always call it the FUD lot because First Utility District owned it, and we purchased it from them in the lot at the high school entrance, with doing this in conjunction with the outdoor classroom or something like that. Obviously, actually, it's up to you guys with where you'd want to put it, so I'm not going to presume anything. But I just thought this was really neat and thought this was worth bringing up at a board meeting and kind of sharing this good news.
We need to do something special for them.
The plaque, I did promise a plaque. So the plaque will have Tom's junior and senior and Tim's name on it as dedicating it to the town of Farragut.
Well, excellent.
Great.
Assuming
Okay.
it works okay.
I was out there at 12:32, so yeah.
If we need to pay a little bit to make it work, I think it'll be okay. I think we're getting a pretty good deal on it. Thanks, Ruth. Appreciate
Okay,
it.
thank you.
The other news for tonight is that the board will be holding a workshop next Saturday, February 18th, at the Turkey Creek Medical Center, starting at 8 o'clock, to talk about planning for this next year. So just wanted to go ahead and announce that. We've already
Having it there for convenience of
in case we need to. Actually, we're having it there because our facility is going to be used up that Saturday. We have early voting, and we have VITA here as well for the IRS stuff for our seniors. So both of the basically the facility will be used up, so we need to have a space to be able to have it large enough. I will give everybody directions. It's pretty simple, but I will definitely get directions out to you this week.
And that is this coming Saturday, the 18th?
That would
Or no,
be
the following Saturday, the 18th, right?
correct at 8 a.m. And we have another session if we can't get done during that session. 2 weeks later, I think that's March the 3rd at 8 a.m. as well, and that will also be at the Turkey Creek Medical Center for the exact same reasons that we have to go there for this Saturday the 18th.
I bet we can get it done.
See how motivated everybody is.
I feel confident.
Yeah. High certainty level on that.
That's all I have tonight.
I might as well get an MRI while I'm there. Get it out of the way. All right, Tom.
If we could, before we take up item D on the agenda, I'd like to have a short executive session, and I did say short.